Hi everyone, my name is Kostas and today we're going to take a look at the Crockett Jones Belgrave from the Handgrade Collection in black calf. Coming up. Welcome back everyone. Since the last video I posted about the Crockett Jones Coniston, the boots, I've been getting a lot of requests about making some more, and I thought since I already have one from the Handgrade Collection, it would make a great video to showcase why should or should you not choose the Handgrade Collection over the mainline, and of course how it compares to other brands. So in today's video we are talking about sizing, about the quality, about the build, about how the shoe feels in general, and hopefully it will help you make a decision about if you like it or if you should invest in it. So for those of you that don't know or do, Crockett Jones is a very well respected shoemaker out of Northampton, UK, one of the oldest ones actually, and they have a really good reputation about making really nice, really good welted shoes, ranging from English classics to more rugged country boots, and of course they dress Mr. Bond over the past few years. And whoever you ask, it's possibly one of the first Goodyear welted dress shoe brands that will pop up. But why are they considered so good? Let's take a closer look. So here we are, and with the help of Teddy here, we're going to talk about the Crockett Jones Belgrave. But first, I want to talk about the box. Let's put this away for a second. The box. You can see that the box is not in great shape, which is very disappointing for a $600-700 shoe. It is. I don't even need to explain it. This is terrible. I don't feel comfortable handling this compared to, let's say, Carlos Santos. So I try to put extra padding and extra protection whenever I see these shoes. Anyways, I feel I have to talk about this. Here, of course, you will see the model name, the sizing, the last, and all the little details. And inside it actually comes with a pair of extra shoelaces, which is, a little nice touch. Now, the shoes themselves. Let's take a closer look first. What we have here is, of course, a classic black Oxford. This has a very discreet punching on the captoe, so a very little discreet broguing. It's actually quite discreet. I really like it. And when it comes to toe shape, I'll show you here. The toe shape is from the 337 last, which is considered a soft square last. I would say it's a quite soft one, a mix of between almond and very soft. It is a classic last. I think it suits this model really well as many others. Take a closer look at the actual shoe. When it comes to the leather, it feels good to the touch. It actually feels pretty good to the touch. And I can see, little details. For example, you have fudging around the edges, which is very well trimmed. The sole is finished really well. There is high density SPI, and the stitching all over the shoe is pretty good, as well as the facing. The laces are actually much better than the regular models. I really like the lining. You can see it's black here, the insole, and it says Crockett Jones Handgrade. It feels pretty good quality actually. Inside, the lining has, hard to explain. It feels very good. There is no suede feel on the heel, but it feels quite thick, I would say. The edges are trimmed extremely well, so there's no loose threads. I feel that it's actually a really good job. Now, when it comes to the sole, we'll also talk about it later. It's very difficult for you to see from here. The sole is oak bark tanned, so it's tanned naturally, only with stream water, and it's supposed to give it a a really nice smell. Overall, I think the finishing of the coloring and the heel is excellent, but there is a little bit a better job could be done on the finishing the actual finishing of the sole, not the construction. Closed channel sole with hidden stitching, really good. You can see here the toe shape a little better like this, I suppose. It's really good. And the other one as well, I mean, it feels really good when you hold it. I think that's one of the main strengths. It's really consistent. The quality is good overall. I have a little bit of OCD, so it's really hard for me to show, or maybe I'm wrong, but I can notice maybe a little bit of irregularity here in the broguing, that it's not exactly what you would call straight. It's a really minimal thing. And inside you see all the models made in England, all the little details that you need. Well, don't really need. I mean, overall, it feels a little heavier, but it's a really good classic shoe. For those of you that looks for something like this, I think this is perfect for everyday business and a little more casual. One thing I would like and should probably mention again is that these are not handmade. Very few shoes are handmade. So when you see handmade in England, handmade in Portugal, handmade wherever, it is not. It's just a buzzword. Justin Fitzpatrick has a really good article series about it, as well as I do on my blog. But these are, as all British shoes, Goodyear welted. So they're welted with a machine. That doesn't make them any less good construction-wise, but it's a good thing to know or remember. Now that we talked a bit about the overall quality and the little details about the shoes, I think it's a good time to discuss a bit sizing. So these shoes are on the 337 last, which was considered quite forward-thinking during its release, which is, I think it was 2001. So it's almost 20 years old. Crockett Jones has been slowly phasing it out and choosing more modern lasts, but this one is also a mainstay for more classic models like the Audley. So it will always be known as one of the exclusive Crockett Jones Handgrade lasts. Overall, as we took a look, it's considered a soft square last. I would say it's quite soft square. It is a little elongated, and overall, I mean, I think it does suit mostly these types of shoes, like Oxfords or a bit more formal shoes. That is not exactly round, but it has a nice businessy, more sharp last. Sizing wise, when you take a look at the Crockett website, as well as my own personal experience after trying these, I would say they fit rather true to size to your Crockett & Jones sizing. It's very comparable, I would say, to the 373 and the 348, which are fairly popular Crockett & Jones lasts. For me, I wear these actually true to size in general, so same size as my Carmina Rains, same size as my Mermins, same size as my normal fitting Carlos Santos lasts. So these would be a UK 8 for me, and I would personally not size down half. So it's quite a regular width. It has a nice adequate spacing on the forefoot. It's pretty good fitting last, I would say, and I feel it hugs my heel quite well. Now to the big question. Should you buy these or should you buy Crockett & Jones Handgrade? It is a more complicated answer than I initially thought. First you have the reputation, then you have a pretty well built shoe. But then also you have a shoe that's made in the UK, so you are paying a bit of a premium about the name, about the overhead, the marketing, and of course the more expensive labor. It is, like I said about the Cornerstone, it's a really good shoe, but overall, especially in the US, if you buy it from the official retailers, for example, the price is really prohibitive, and you enter territories of $800 to $900, including what you would pay in import fees. So in a sense, it's better to buy from Europe because this pair actually costs about $620. About the quality, I have compared them to TLB Mallorca Artista, to my Carlos Santos Handcrafted, which is around the same price. I have compared them to my Henrik Dinkelakers from that cost almost double as this. And what can I say? The leather quality, the leather feels, no, sturdy is not the word, neither is stiff, but it does feel a little thicker, I would say. There is some substantial lining, and overall it is, I would say, a medium weight shoe, but it also feels very well built when you hold it. Stitching wise is pretty good, no complaints here. I checked the shoe here and there. It is a black Oxford after all. The shoelaces are much better on these than the mainline, I would say. I am a bit disappointed by two things actually. One is the box. The box is absolutely rubbish. I retail the shoes and I can tell you that this box is terrible compared to what you expect for a $620 shoe. You would want a box that's good, not something that is bending like this. And the other one is the sole finishing. While the sole itself is perfect, and when you actually wear them and you put them on and you take a step, you will get scratches and everything. But this pair that is completely new and unworn, the finishing leaves a little bit, to be desired. It has a bit of scratches. It looks a little sloppy. This pair. The other ones could be much better. Overall, the broguing, the stitching, the lining is very good actually, and very well trimmed. Like, there are no loose threads. It is a good shoe. When you look at the edges, the trimming is great. The SPI is rather high. It's a Goodyear welted shoe. And then again, you pay a pretty hefty premium when it comes to a handgrade collection that is Goodyear welted. It's not hand welted or hand lasted. Then again, which British shoe is, right? My only concern is that for those of you that are going to pay a lot of money and are expecting a more handmade shoe, let's say, if that is the correct word, then don't be disappointed because this is just Goodyear welted. But when you pay a lot of money, you also want something, as you would say, a bit more special or more handmade instead of machine made, if it makes any sense. So, a great shoe, a classic shoe that should be in every man's wardrobe. I mean, if you have to have one pair of great shoes, it should be a black Oxford. This one has a very distinct broguing on the captoe, so you can pretty much wear it with everything and in almost all scenarios. So, where can you find these? These, of course, through the official retailer, but honestly, if you buy them from the US, you will have some hefty fee, like $150 to $200 premium. So for those of you there, it's a good idea to buy from Europe, probably. This particular pair, I think it costs $612 on my shop. You can find it on the Noble Shoe. I don't have many sizes left, but just shoot me an email. I will leave it in the comments and the description down below. And it's really easy for me to get your size or a different color through our agency here in Sweden. Other good stores that you can take a look is, of course, it's Pedyware in England, which I highly recommend. They're really nice people and a small shop. There is also, I think, a fine pair of shoes retails them. You will find them mostly in those retailers, and of course, little stores here and there in most countries. And that's it about the Crockett Jones Belgrave from the Handgrade Collection. Really good shoe. I would really like to know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like, leave a thumbs up, and subscribe for more content. I have some great stuff planned up for the future. I hope you like the new setup and the voice and everything. So I'm just rambling now. And I got a little teddy bear now here. As for the jokes, please keep them coming. This week I have a really nice joke, well, terrible, but really nice joke from Jason from the United States who was kind enough to send me. So here it comes. So yesterday I ate a clock. It was time consuming. Thank you very much, Jason, for this little laugh. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.